Honestly, I'm tired of repeating the same cycles. I wanna let it go. So here I go, life drop. Starting a new path for my family. Finding who I am. Speaking life, loving me, even when I fall. Cause life be life in a song. Life be life in a song. Cause life be life in a song. Life be life in a song. Honestly, I'm tired of repeating the same cycles. I wanna let it go. So here I go, life drop. Starting a new path for my family. Finding who I am. Speaking life, loving me, even when I fall. Cause life be life in a song. Life be life in a song. Cause life be life in a song. Life be life in a song. Honestly.
Hey, y'all. Hey. I hope you can hear me. I haven't done this in so long. Hey, y'all. Hey. I really hope you can hear me. If you can, put a hey in the chat. Thumbs up. I can hear you. I don't know. This is so crazy because it's been a long time. Hey, Blossom Baby. I'm over here on the struggle bus. You can hear me? Can you hear me just fine? Because I have my mic hooked up through the laptop and I don't know if what this mic is sounding like, honestly. But I hope it sounds good and it's not much feedback or any feedback at all. Yes, you can hear me. Great, great. Praise the Lord. Okay. Hey, oh my gosh. I am so excited to be here with you all for another installment of Life Be Life and Podcast, period. Okay. This is my fourth season. Like, I can't even believe that I'm saying that because what? 4 seasons? Like, how did you get here? All right, that's how I feel. Like, how? How, Sway? How? And I feel like I barely made it. So, anywho, we're here and I am grateful to be here. I'm super excited to share with you all the goings on with me for almost 4 years. Like, this is crazy. Like, this is super crazy. Hi, mommy. Mommy is here. Thank you so much for, yes, telling the people to hit the like button, share, subscribe to the channel, all the things. Okay. If this is your first time here, my name is Portia O, and I am your host of Life Be Lifin' Podcast. Child, I'm trying to do all the things. Okay. On this podcast is where we talk about how life be over here, life in us via all types of relationships, situations, and everyday things that we are experiencing, all while in real time healing and learning how to be a better human being. So if that's what you are here for, you are in the right place at the right time. And guess what? Today is 11/11. Okay. That is an angel number that I see all the time. It's November 11th. I typically drop a new season of Life Be Life in the beginning of November. But when I saw this date coming up. I just felt like it was in alignment with all the things that I have going on. So I titled this episode 1111, Thank God for the Blessings, because every time I see every time I see the numbers 111 or 1111, 1111 on the clock or whatever, it typically is on the clock that I see these numbers. I always say 1111, thank God for the blessings, okay? Or 111, thank God for the blessings, okay? Either one, it's still good. Okay. It's just, confirmation of all the things that God has said that he's going to do. All right. But anyways, I am so grateful to be here with you all, sharing in this time, in this season. A lot has transpired for me and everybody, I'm sure, in these last 9 months. If you've been following this podcast for a while, I ended season 3 abruptly. Okay. Wasn't planning on it, wasn't intentional, wasn't like, oh my gosh, I need to and stop recording my podcast. Life be lifing. It was lifing. And I just kind of didn't have the time, the energy, or anything to show up in this capacity, right? But God didn't leave me out there all alone or anything like that. Like, I am still here. Um, and a lot has changed and transpired. So this episode, as all of my season opener episodes, is to update you all on what's happening with me, what's been going on. Okay, this has been a whole journey that I feel that has stretched me, that it has quieted me. It has reshaped me in ways that I didn't even know I needed to be reshaped in necessarily. And so I would like to label this season that I'm in as my refining season. Okay. Like, God's really been pruning and preparing and positioning me. And whoo, okay. Y'all, this process is not for the weak. Okay. I questioned myself at every turn. And what I'm finding out about questioning yourself, that's actually a good thing. So yeah, not like the overthinking part, right? But questioning the motives, questioning and getting to the bottom of what it is that's happening, why I'm making certain decisions, why am I showing up this way? Why is this or that happening? Like, really trying to get into it. Okay. I had to step back from the noise to really hear God and really hear and learn Portia. Okay. I've been healing for some from some things that used to define me, and I'm rebuilding the parts that remind me like who I've always been, purpose driven, faith filled, and fully her, period. Okay. We'll get more into that another time. But yeah, so tonight is all about me spilling or letting you guys into the inner workings of Portia a little further, right? But I will be going in deep dive mode, of course, when I do my episodes, right? So each episode will definitely dig deeper into the things. We're gonna kind of keep it surface today, but not so much. Okay, whatever. So yeah, I just want to let you guys in on what I've been through, what I've learned, and what I'm heading into. And I will love to hear from you all. This is my first live podcast ever. Okay. So I would love to hear from you all. Any of your questions or any of the things that you have for me. And if you don't have any questions, I always come prepared. All right, I have my own questions. But if you have any questions for me and about what's been going on with me these last 9 months, anything that you would like for me to discuss, or anything you would like to know about what's been happening in my world, I am willing to answer them here. Hey, James, bestie in the building. So yeah, just let me know, and yeah, we'll go from there. Okay. So yes, this is so crazy. I've never done a live podcast. So me trying to read the comments, like being interactive. These are my faithful few, and I am so appreciative to all of them who always show up for me on this platform and in real life. Okay. Shout out to y'all. Um, so yeah. I always do the segment. I got some questions, y'all, but as I said, like tonight is not just only my questions, but it is my live audience that is here with me. Okay. So yeah, I would love to hear from you all to talk about what's been going on with me. Um, um, so we can catch up and I can let you in on the revelations, the healing, and the becoming, because baby, life has been life in me. Okay. Uh, so let me see if I have anything. Hashtag the village, period, Blossom. Thank you so much. For sure, for sure. My village is extra strong. Okay. So starting off, where I've been. Again, like I stated before, I left you guys kind of in the trenches back in February. That is crazy. February. And I can't believe it's already November. Like this year has flew by. Okay. But I left you guys back in the trenches back in February. Again, I just kind of ran out of time and things to kind of like show up for this part of the platform. And I, I don't know if you guys know, but I think I kind of discussed it briefly that I've been back in school, and each semester that I have now been a part of has been like amping up. And so that's been a whole thing. And at that time it was a lot going on with school, work, all the things, and it still is. Okay. But but I decided to that I need this space, right? This space is obviously me putting my life out on a platform, or out for public consumption for other people to consume and see what's going on or whatever. And I share as much as I can. Like, that's it. You know what I'm saying? So this is really like a virtual diary for me. Like, seriously. So I am here for all the things to help myself be better, and also to just be vulnerable. Like, and yeah, like as authentic as can be. Okay. So again, where I've been, like I said, I've been in a refining season, emotionally, spiritually, physically, and professionally. Like literally all the leads. Okay. Um, these last months have 9 months have been like a rebirth for me, full of reflection and realignment and release. Okay. Like I've been quiet, but I haven't been still, if that makes sense. Like God's been doing some deep work inside of me. And yeah. And so some of that has been like healing through like personal transitions. As you all know, I am going through a divorce, and that is still happening. Okay. Like, and that is even crazy that that is still happening. I know y'all probably like, damn, she's still trying to get divorced. Like, seriously, like, how much does it take? Like, um, yeah. Anyways, still through going through that process, and that, as I have stated in past episodes, like weighs heavily on me. Like that connection, letting go of that connection, detaching, all of the things, like questioning value, worth, love, all the things like is encompassed in that healing, seeing myself when I was in my marriage, reflecting on those moments to where I am now, how, I've healed in some aspects and other aspects I have learned better language, better ways to show up or how I could have shown up. Like it's just a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. Okay. But we're still going through that process, and to God be the glory. Okay. That's all I got. To God be the glory. If it's his will, it will be done. And that's that. Okay. And so outside of that, like again, me going through this reflecting process of being outside of a marriage and like really leaning into Portia, like really building into my self-worth, like redefining that, like really, really been trying to build that up, right? And finding peace again. Listen, a part of this journey that I'm on has led me to go back into the building for church. And even though I still watch my virtual church at Transformation Church, love that church down. And I am now going and visiting a church here in Chicago that I am also enjoying very much. But I'm not in a rush to make like any decisions. Like again, this is my refining era, and I don't want to rush into a church relationship, a love relationship, a friendship. I don't want to rush into any of the things. Like I want to make sure I do my due diligence, take my time, and really like delve in. But the point of me bringing up the whole church thing was I heard just this past Sunday, I believe the pastor had said, it's safe for joy again. And that, my God, hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, seriously, it's safe for joy again. And like, we've talked about emotions on here before, and like the difference between joy and happiness. And joy is something that definitely I feel comes from God, something that you are filled with. It's not a easy turn on and off type emotion or anything like that. It's something that you have, that you obtain. And to hear that it is safe for me to have that again, even though I still feel like it's a lot of chaos going on around me, or I'm still not settled. You know what I'm saying? It was really profound and really, really good to hear like it's safe. It's safe again. I will be okay. Like to just really dwell in the joy of the Lord. So that was a blessing. To hear that and be reminded of that. And like that's a part of me finding my peace. I know last season I did an episode talking about I'm a peace seeking vessel, whatever the saying go. But yeah, like I'm really grateful that a child, I got distracted by trying to read this comment. Uh I don't know what she was trying to say. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Mommy, I don't know what you were trying to say. Come on, Bush Watchers. I don't know what that is. But hit the like and subscribe. But anyway, so yeah, I am definitely finding my peace again. I am finding joy again, and I feel like it's safe to like dwell in that space, if that makes sense. Um, So again, y'all can ask me questions. Still open to the floor. I'm just gonna keep talking until you give me one. Uh, and so, like, another thing that I've been doing these last 9 months is rediscovering this main character energy, okay, and like moving from the background to the spotlight, okay, in my own life. Okay, let me be clear. So for those who know me or not, hey parents, woo woo, my brother's in the building. For those who the people in the hallway, as you say, people that are watching. Oh, that's some YouTube commentary, mommy. Okay, child, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, but yes, I am, for those who know, I am a singer. Okay, I love to sing. It's one of my favorite things in the world to do, a gift that God has gifted me with. I've always been singing pretty all my life. Anyways, but I typically sing background, right? I will background for anybody. I even look for positions to background sing for people. It's still one of my dreams to be on a tour singing background. Okay. But that may be my position within that part of my gift. That doesn't mean that I have to only stay in the background, but that has been a mindset of mine majority of my life, that I'm supposed to be in the back. I'm not supposed to be out in front, even if I feel nudge of the Holy Spirit pushing me to the front. I always try to fade to the back. I have a natural born leader type personality anyway, but also still I tend to try to fade to the back. But baby, no longer are we doing that. Okay? Like, we've talked about this before, but your girl is really stepping into the spotlight in my own life, in my own story. And I'm definitely standing in that main character energy. Okay. Shout out to myself. I don't know if y'all saw that thing with Snoop Dogg. I want to thank myself for showing up for myself. Okay. Period. Like, that's where we are in this season. Showing up, showing out, redefining that main character energy. And even though it is moments I still may play background, but I'm always going to be her. Okay. I don't care if I'm in the background, on the sidelines, in the balcony, and I'm always going to be her. And that's what I need to continue to tell myself and believe it. Okay. So I'm super excited for that part, because it really has been like a big thing. Like, and it's not contingent up on what I'm bringing or what I have, right? Because for so long I felt so unsettled in life, because I have been so unsettled. I haven't been financially stable. My education hasn't been where I want to be, my career, even like the type of mom that I show up to be. And that's no further than the truth. Like, these things aren't defining who I am. I am already her. Period. If I didn't do anything different, I'm already her. I'm already enough. And so Blossom says she's that girl. Period. Okay. And so yeah, that's been a whole thing. In um I got a whole product line coming out talking about this. Okay. Um, and I just know that those voices in the back of my mind that has said, like, you're not enough, you can't be this, you can't be that, da, 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 or you know what I'm saying? That's not true. It's not true. Okay. It's not true. I'm reminded on the daily, and I am shown by God and through my friends and family, all those things. And even if, again, nobody showed me, I believe it. I am believing it. So it's a work in progress, but that's another part of what I've been doing. Mommy said you're a great mom. Thank you, mommy. Period. Uh, I appreciate it. Another thing, I've been pouring into myself spiritually and mentally through journaling. Journaling is still a go-to thing for me. Also, the self-promise work. Like, I've been doing a lot of promises to myself. And listen, it's been a journey. I I falter at times. And I don't even say falter, because even in moments that I feel like, dang, girl, why you make that decision? You didn't even have to go there. You could have just, I I I am learning. Even the fact that I may have not made the right decision in that moment, that I feel, the fact that I'm reflecting on it and realizing, like, maybe I could have chose something different, or why am I choosing this? Like, again, that's the work. That's the healing work. Those things matter. It's a whole nother thing when you constantly doing something, or you making decisions and move in a certain way, and you're not reevaluating Like, why did I do that? Like, that's a whole other thing. So it's the self-awareness for me. Like, that is a part of healing. So that's been cool. I've been enjoying that part of it. Strengthening my body. I told y'all about the spiritual thing. I am still in therapy. My mom keeps asking me, like, when are you gonna be done with therapy? Probably not. So probably not. I don't know. when I feel when I feel, the strength to move on. But no, like the mental aspect of therapy, I have the tools, right? But my therapist is also a spiritual life coach, so we're working on that too, being more in tune with my spiritual gifts and things like that. So that's the other aspect that I'm really working on right now. In addition to my mental health, right? But yeah, showing up for myself. I did a video the other day where I was working out, and I got emotional like 5 minutes into the workout, and I didn't understand why I was getting emotional. And then I had to reflect and think on, like, man, like, girl, you really showing up for yourself. And like, you made the decision to come here and do this. So that's something to be grateful for, because this is the portion you've been dreaming of being, right? Being able to make these decisions, being able to push yourself past being tired, or your laziness, or like just the habit of not doing, right? Be grateful for the small things. So that's another thing, another merch idea that has come into fruition. I will be announcing to you guys sooner than later. Super excited about that. Mommy said, I just thought people graduate. Not graduate, not graduate. She's hilarious. Anyway, so that's the spiritual, emotional part. I mean, mental part. Another part, and yeah, also going into this strengthening my body part, the discipline, walking daily, healing my Achilles. Child, listen, okay, y'all know this workout journey be on, off for me. All right. Back in April, I went to a workout class with one of my good friends. Um, and I did not stretch before that workout. And I did not expect that class to be so strenuous. And it was. Jay said she gets her master's degree. Period. I'm gonna get a doctorate in therapy, okay? But no, so I did this really full body workout class, did not stretch before, and I apparently caused some damage to my Achilles heel or whatever. And so I was just like, whatever, it'll go away, whatever. I thought, and months, time went by, okay, and my Achilles was still hurting. All right. Um, and it amped up, it kept like hurting, and then it stopped, and then it hurt and it stopped. So I was like, whatever. It's just, I know I didn't stretch. That's why. But then when we went to Disney World in this summer, um, and walking 4 days straight, all day and night, it made my Achilles flare up. My foot started to swell. It was like a whole thing, right? And so, fast forward, I went to the doctor right after that trip, gave me some medications for it, and then after that, I was cool. But working out again, I realized every time I do something out of my norm, a little more strenuous than what I normally would, it will start to activate again. And so this time go around, I'm like, it's been about 6 months that I've had this pain in my ankle, and it's not gotten any better. I thought the meds helped. It did not help. Like, what's going on? My doctor said it was just Achilles tendonitis, which is nothing major, just inflammation of the tendon. But still it's happening. So anyway, I decided to do something about it. I got me a really good ankle brace, and I wear that around on a daily basis after I work out. Before I work out, I make sure I stretch. After I work out, I make sure I stretch. And after that, I ice and elevate my ankle At night, I elevate it and ice it and all the things. So that regimen seems like it's helping, and I hope that it heals it in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay. So I'm just like, I getting older, you can't move the way you used to move. Jordan is watching me. Hi, TT baby. Hi, precious boy. Shout out to Jordan. He just made one last month. He is so adorable. Uh so yes. But yeah, so I just have a few things going on, physically. Last year I had the whole sciatic nerve thing. I haven't had no more issues with that. Praise the Lord. Okay. But now it's my ankle. And so I'm doing the necessary things that I need to do, and I'm moving forward. And I'm staying committed to my health journey. Okay. I don't care how many times I have to stop and start, stop and start. I'm going to continue to do the things. Okay. Um, Another thing that I've been up to is finishing strong academically, balancing my school, motherhood, and my purpose work. Okay. And here we are back with the podcast, which I definitely feel and know that this is purpose work. Um, but school has been kicking my ass. Okay. When I tell you, like I said, every semester I've been adding more and more classes. I had an advisor help me. I thought I was on the right track up until I finished this past summer semester. I took 3 classes. And then leading into the fall semester, it was like, oh, you need more classes in order to get my associate's degree. And I hit up the girl and she like, yeah, girl, I messed up. So this semester that I'm currently in, this fall semester, I am full time for the first time since I left high school. Okay. I am a full time college student, and I still have a full time job that I work a 9 to 5. Still time a full time primary parent. Okay. I have my children 365 days of the year, day in, night. Okay. Um, Shout out to mommy, honey, for helping me. But yeah, it is a task. And then I still have to full time show up for myself mentally, emotionally. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. But I am coming to the end of part of this chapter. Um, I'm getting my associate's degree at the end of 2025. Shout out to me. I've been putting in that work, and I move on to my bachelor's program in January, and I am super, super duper excited. It has been a trying time. It has tested me. I will do an episode talking about that. But I am so grateful that I graduated high school in 2006, and it's 2025. So next year is my 20-year reunion. But I would at least have one degree under my belt. And even without the degree, I have so much life experience, and I, again, know what my purpose on this earth is. So I'm just grateful. I am grateful that I've made it this far in my journey. And yeah, me and Leah been talk about this all the time. She's like, Mommy, are you a college student? How are you a college student if you're an adult? I like, adults go back to school all the time. And I'm just proof in the pudding that it's never too late. It's never too late. It's never too late. By the time I finish all of my educational goals, I'll be about 45. But hey, listen, I'd rather be 45 and fulfilled in what it is that I want to do than not. So, it is what it is. Um, Blossom says, so proud of you, sis. Thank you so much, Blossom. Mommy says she is too. James, thank you so much for the hearts and the strong arms. I appreciate you guys celebrating with me. It is a blessed occasion. I cannot wait. Okay. I cannot wait. But I will. Again, if you have any questions for me, I am willing to answer them. Otherwise, I'm gonna keep moving on down this list of things. So where am I right now? Right now I am re-emerging, and I am definitely more grounded than I've ever been in my life. I'm much more aware of, as I spoke to earlier, and I'm much more intentional about the things that I do or indulge in or whatever. I'm just in a space right now where peace is my baseline. Okay. And purpose is my focus, and alignment is my priority. Okay. Like, period. That's where we at. That's where I'm at. And I want to continue to stay there. And it's so funny, Transformation Church, I told y'all before, they have their words of the year, and this year word was focus. And when I tell you, and I feel like that's part of the reason why the podcast last season kind of ended too. Like, I really needed to like focus at that time on a particular thing. And it wasn't that the podcast wasn't purposeful any longer. It's just I needed to like literally take a break from this space to get some other stuff done and like really delve in. So yeah, I'm really excited and I'm grateful for the focus. But it's not always easy. Focusing seems like an easy thing to do, right? Like, just focus on the thing, the one thing or the two things or whatever. But when your attention is being called and pulled in so many different directions, that focus, okay, it becomes much harder to keep, in alignment. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. But I am here and I am grateful. I know I keep saying that. But I am so, so, so very grateful. And I'm glad to be as grounded as I am. I'm typically a person that starts things and don't finish it. And I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, life be life, and it has gotten so heavy at moments, even up to recently, like 3 weeks ago. I took 8-week courses or whatever. So one of them ended, and then another one began like 4 weeks ago now. But at the beginning of this course, and I looked through the syllabus and all the things that my teacher was requiring, and the workload, this class is originally a 16-week class. He condensed it to an 8-week class for people like me, but he didn't condense the workload. So I'm doing 2 weeks of work due in 1 week on top of my other 2 full-time classes. Like, it's a lot. So I'm not even going to say I got discouraged. Okay. I am only completing these classes because I want to obtain this degree from this university. But I already have enough credits to transfer to the program that I need in January. But I was like, well, 2 birds, 1 stone, right? I can get this associate degree and then move on. But then the 3 weeks ago, I was like, F the associate's degree. Okay. Because I can't take no more. It's too much. But I quickly was able to pull myself out of that negative mindset, right? And because I have done the work and I am much more grounded, and I'm like, Portia, you didn't come this far to let these last 8 weeks deter you from completing this mission, completing this goal. And here would have been another thing that I did not complete just because it got too hard, it got too heavy, right? Um, Again, it was a thought, and I'm gonna tell y'all my thoughts. I'm not always like, even with all the work that I've done and all the knowledge that I have, it does not matter. I still have moments of me wanting to go back to my default setting. I still have moments because I'm human and we're all human. So, just as much as we give other people grace, give yourself that same grace to have moments of, oh man, I can't, even though you can. So yeah, it was a moment I pushed through and I was like, forget it. I'm just gonna knock it out. And that's what I've been doing. And I'm still on course. So got 4 more weeks and I'll be done. Super excited. Anyway, I cannot wait. Sorry. So yeah, I'm leaning more into obedience over overthinking and saying yes to the next right step. Okay. This has been a huge theme in my life lately. And Lord knows the temptation has been great. Yes, mommy, I am human. Okay. The temptation has been great. And obedience. Okay. I am being obedient and not just in that way, but just in general. Like I am doing my best to just remain faithful to what the mission is, right? And stay focused, stay on course, stay on task, you know. Um, but it has been very, very interesting to see all of this play out. And even with me going back into the physical church, I just felt this unction from God before we went on our family cruise at the end of summer. And I was like, when I get back, I need to find somewhere for us to go, like just to visit. Like, we're not committing anywhere. We just yet. We're just going to visit. And I need, my daughters are 9 and 6 now, and they are very aware of their surroundings and us living in a predominantly white neighborhood and them going to predominantly white schools. um it's weighing on their psyche to an extent. And I was fortunate enough to grow up in the inner city hoods, and I was exposed to many different demographic of people, primarily black and brown. But you know, I also went to a middle school that had many other types of people from different nationalities, ethnicities, whatever. But my girls are realizing like we're the only blacks. Like it's very few of us, okay? And that makes them feel some type of way. And I don't know per se if it's certain conversations going on or certain things being said. I do know some kids are nicer than others, and that's everywhere you go, right? But it is something about the racial aspect of it. um, and it's so funny that class that's overwhelming the hell out of me right now is race and racism in America. And I was just reading up on something about that, and I was just like, like this must be, how my girls feel. So anyway, a part of our spiritual journey and being obedient to the Holy Spirit telling me that we need to find somewhere to go. I believe that the church aspect or getting them into some type of social group with other people of color, specifically black people, but just people of color in general will help them and with their discovery of themselves, because they are in that phase that they are building themselves up and finding their identity, and not just within their family but in their peers as well. So it's important that they have representation all around. And spiritually, church is a good way to do it. Okay. So definitely just open to all aspects and just listening to God and following what he tells me to do. And when he tells me to move, I move just like that. Okay. So that's just where we at with that. Um, so yeah, I'm taking my time and I'm not overthinking saying yes to the next step. I'm just really trying to listen and obey. Listen and obey. Listen and get clarity on the listening and then obey. Okay. And that's just where we at with it. Um, Also, I'm fully embracing my calling as a healer, a life coach, and a storyteller. Okay. Um, that healer part is very much so still on shaky ground. Um, I feel like words can be healing. I feel like heart postures can be healing. I feel like how a person shows up can be healing. I feel like a person can have certain gifts that can be healing as well. Um, and I have quite a few gifts, and I am excited to um again keep exploring those gifts and just be grateful that I am chosen by God to heal people. I will tell this quick story with one of the healing aspects, and I know it's gonna sound crazy, but I I don't care. Um Embracing them all, yes, Blossom, embracing them all. It was and this has to do with my mom, actually. But anyway, I think I told this on an episode in the past about how God, this lady prophesied to me, one of my coworkers at work, and she said, your mother's healing is going to come through you. And I didn't understand that at the time. And I'm thinking, oh, because I wanted to go to nursing school. And yeah, obviously my her helping her through her process and all that she has going on is going to be healing towards her, right? Because that's the intention when you care for someone. But oh man, it was so much more deeper than that. Okay. um my mother's healing coming through me was in the form of my children. I believe that was part of her healing. Having my children around her help heal parts of her, help heal yeah, I'll just say heal parts of her. I think also me being with my mother and us being together is healing another part of her and healing our relationship and things like that. And also on a physicality aspect of it, um, when my mom was having really bad neuropathy pain in her hands, and it was like really, really bad. And God told me to like keep laying my hands on her, and I will, rub her hands with oil and stuff like that. And even though I wasn't necessarily praying out loud or whatever, I did what God told me to do. And mom wanted me to do it all the time. But again, I didn't have time to do it all the time. But anyway, the times that I did do it were still healing moments, to the point that it's not that the pain is totally gone away. But I remember just last year when this pain was in her hands and it was excruciating to the point that she couldn't do anything but scream out and cry all night, all day. It would be to the point that I was recording podcast episodes and she'll be in her room with the door closed screaming, you know? So, but it's not to that level anymore. So I believe like what God told me about laying my physical hands on her and the power that he has placed within me to be able to help ease her pain. You know what I'm saying? It may not be to the level of Jesus yet, how Jesus can touch somebody or you touch the hem of his garment and you are healed, okay? But I do believe that it can happen. So, whatever. It's just many levels to it. It's many levels to healing. And I'm just grateful to be used I as a vessel. That's it. That's all. It's really not about me per se. Just want to make that very clear. It's not about me, but it's accepting who God has created me to be. That's what it's about. You know, and I'm willing and able to be a servant unto him in whatever capacity he would have me do it. Mommy saying you could do it now. See what I'm saying? Hilarious. But yeah, so definitely excited about that. Life coaching, the life coaching is still life coaching, okay? Still doing that, still in anticipation for more clients and more things to come. I'm super excited for that and all of the above, okay? Um, Mommy saying it definitely ease. Thank you, Jesus, and your servant Portia. I can't. Your servant Portia. What is wrong with her? Okay. Thank you, Mommy. Anyway, that was funny. Anyways, launching Life Be Life and coaching services and expanding my impact beyond my podcast is still something that I am very passionate about doing. I am so grateful to be doing. Um it's been a year. Oh my gosh, it's been a year. Made a year in May that I have been officially life coaching and things like that. So I'm super, super excited for more to come with that part of this journey. And yeah, I think it would be very helpful or whatever. Even though I feel like I've been doing it for so long, but it's like really doing it in a business aspect is just, yeah, that's a whole nother thing, whole nother level. And I'm ready to talk about the lessons behind the silence. Okay. I have been silent for 9 months with you guys. My social media even has been up and down, up and down. Been giving y'all funny videos because that is a huge part of me. I have a great sense of humor. I find everything funny, not everything, but majority of things funny. Um, and also letting you guys in on I'm a whole case. Blossom Hush. um, Also finding things on I've been making content about my dating life. Um we're gonna do a whole episode on that. Um been back dating, all of the things, and yeah, that's been interesting. I just been making a bunch of life content, right? Because life be life, and it's not just one specific thing. It's not just about healing all the time. It's just silly moments. It's having fun. It's serious moments. It's spiritual moments. It's all of the above, and so that has been a great time to say the least. So yeah, definitely coming back with more and more and more content to come. But I'm definitely gonna, these episodes to come for this season will definitely be expressing the things that have been happening in the silence. You may not have heard much from me, and even my life drop stopped for a long time. And it literally because I could not hear God through the noise, that all the stuff that was going on within me, around me, stuff like that. I just couldn't hear. And even when I would hear, I wouldn't share. Right. Um, but now, I've been cleansing and doing the things that I need to do to clear myself. And I'm hearing him all the time. So as I hear, I shall share. And that's that on that. um, so yeah, this season, as I said, is going to feel way more raw, way more revealing, and way more real. I honestly thought I was going to come back to this podcast and my first episode be like, I'm divorced. And not that that's something to celebrate, because it's not. It just isn't. I'm not in a celebratory mood for that. And I don't think I ever would be. But again, just like realizing all the things that I needed to do for myself, I really wanted to make some new vows, right? To me, and really show up in those moments, if you will. Um, so yeah, I am a true proponent of being authentic. My friends say I talk too much. Everything don't need to be shared. And some is, whatever. But I don't share all the things, but I do share a lot of how my brain works, how my mind works, how I see myself and things like that. And um since being so vulnerable, I don't see myself going back into that bag and like closing that off. I just don't. So yeah, it's gonna be all the things with myself and my guests. Have a few great guests lined up for this season. I'm super excited about just to hear the stories. And you just like, man, when you just sit back and listen to somebody's story, you learn so much. You learn so much about the makeup of them. And I took a psychology personality. I am taking a psychology personality class this year, um, right now. And man, I'm telling you, it's in the makeup and the DNA and how their environment was. Like all of that speaks to who you see today. So yeah, I'm really intrigued and interested to hear and share those stories and amongst my own. So yeah, that's what you can expect this season. This season I will be unpacking some of the hardest but most freeing revelations that I have ever had. I'll be talking about lessons that I've made, um, that have made me stretch spiritually, emotionally, relationally. So yeah, I hope that you are looking forward to it just as much as I am. I cannot wait to deep dive into all the things. I know I did my season premiere on this Tuesday, but I will be going back to Mondays as I'm gonna drop new episodes. This is just a, you know, 11/11, right? Thank God for the blessings. So it's the only reason why we're here on a Tuesday, but we will be back next Monday, and I cannot wait to talk to you guys some more. I'm so grateful to be here. I feel so good being here, and just having you all to talk to and interact with and bounce ideas off of and hear me to relate to. And I just really hope and pray that you get all that you need and some, not out of just this experience, but your life experiences. I know it gets heavy. I know it gets hard. I know it gets tough. I know it's uncomfortable. I know um, there are great moments. There are really feel good moments. Like it's a lot of things that happen in this lifetime. Um, but I just really hope and pray that you live it to the fullest and you feel fulfilled within it. Okay. So um I'll be interested for you guys to let me know. Tell me how you have felt lately. You know, what's been going on with you these last 9 months? Village, hashtag the village. Okay. Let me in on what's happening with you. Do you feel like God has been pulling you to be quieter, be more focused this season? Has He been pushing you out a little more out of your comfort zone? Like, what's been going on with you? I would love to hear from you. You can email me, you can inbox me, DM me, any of the things you would like to do. I would love to hear from you. Um, so yeah, that is just my life experience as of right now, where we are. And as we always come to a close of a life be life, and we're gonna do a speak life affirmation. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna turn this up a little bit. I don't know if y'all can hear that. Is it playing? Ciao. I don't know if it's. Oh, yeah, it is playing. All right. Yeah, me trying to work this thing is hilarious. Hey, hey.
Honestly, I'm tired of repeating the same cycles. I wanna let it go.
Okay.
So here I go.
Life drop. All right. So before we get out of here, time for me to put my kids to bed. Before we get out of here,
Finding who
I
am.
again want to give you the Speak Life
Speaking
affirmation.
life, loving me, even
And
when I
today's Speak Life
fall. 'Cause life
affirmation
be
is
life in a
everything connected to
song.
my purpose
Life be life in
is
a
aligning.
song. 'Cause life
Again,
be life
today's
in
Speak Life
a
affirmation is
song.
everything
Life
connected to
be
my
life in a
purpose is
song.
aligning. You heard it, you say it, you write it down, and remind yourself to speak that thing and make it happen because life be life in us all. I love you guys. I thank God for you all for being here for me, showing up tonight. And even if you are watching this on from the recorded version, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. May God bless you and keep you. And I love y'all. See y'all next time. Bye.
Honestly, I'm tired of repeating the same cycles. I wanna let it go. So here I go, life drop. Starting a new path for my fam. Finding who I am. Speaking life, loving me, even when I fall. 'Cause life be life in a song. Life be life in a song. 'Cause life be life in a song. Life be life in a song. Honestly, I'm tired of repeating the same cycles. I wanna let it go.